What's up, everybody? Back at you with another video. This is your standard hog trough. It's very simple, very easy to use. Any tournament fishing in a kayak goes, this is your standard device right here. This is your standard measuring board. However, they are probably the cheapest plastic known to man, or that has ever been invented. Everybody has always looked for things to do to stiffen them up, to make them last longer. People use wood dowels, which is fine. Wood dowels seem to work, but over time the wood will absorb a lot of moisture. They get soft, they bend. So what I resorted to, just kind of learning over the years, has been fiberglass. This is my old board. You can see I got some fiberglass on here already. So what we're gonna do today is show you guys how to stiffen up these boards to make them last longer. So what I did, I ordered a new hog trough. So let's bust this guy open right now. As you can see, I want to show you this. Look at this, watch, ready? I'm cereal. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Yeah, so when a fish bends it in this direction, look at that. They snap so easily. Obviously the manufacturers can't get the hint. First I'm gonna start out with, we're gonna sand it. We're gonna sand the crap out of it. That's right. Let me just plug this guy in here. Hold on. Come on now, you dirty son of a bitch. It doesn't take much. We just want to get a rough surface so that way the fiberglass has something to stick to. Now what we're gonna do is, you see these grooves right in here? We're gonna fill those with foam. This foam right here is just your standard craft foam. Just cut a 1/4 inch strip off the edge of this foam. Just like that, just a 1/4 inch strip. That's all we're gonna do. Now we got 2 strips. So we're gonna lay the foam strips inside of these grooves where we sanded. Just like so. The foam doesn't have to go all the way to the end. What that's gonna do is, once we get the fiberglass resin inside of there and we put those foam strips back in, you're gonna have an air gap in there, and then this thing will float. Now the next step is, I'm gonna hand sand all this stuff and then mix up our resin, and I will get back to you when we do that. That is all you need for doing fiberglass on your board. Let's just open this up, take a look what's inside. Here's your fiberglass mat. Okay, that comes in the kit. You can pick these kits up pretty much anywhere. You get a jar of fiberglass resin, a disposable mixing tray, your hardener, and you get a little putty spreader thing, which actually comes in handy when doing this. Oh, I think I paid like $14 or something like that for the kit. However, I know what you're thinking. Well, if I spent $14 on the kit, I spent $14 on the bump board. If I break a bump board, why don't I just buy a new bump board? Well, here's the problem. If you break a bump board while you're fishing a tournament, what do you do then? Oh, nothing, because you're done. You don't get a tournament. You don't get a finish. If you cannot produce accurate measurements because your bump board is broken, you're done. That's it. Just spend the money, the extra $13, $14, whatever it is. Get yourself the fiberglass and then stiffen up your board so that way you know it doesn't break. Take and pour this out. Go to each one. Okay. Now what we're going to do is put our foam in there. This is what gives us our flotation. Okay, not only does it strengthen the board itself, but we have flotation now as well. We're going to mix up some more and then start laying the resin. Yeah, I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. What you want to do is just work that resin over the top, work it into the board. Okay, now we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna come back, trim off the excess, and then we're gonna have a stiff, solid board that won't break. It's the next day. I woke up with a cold, so that kind of sucks, but our board's all dried up, and I trimmed the edges. Got the edges trimmed up, get it cleaned up a little bit. Probably do a little sanding on the edges just to make them a little more smooth. I just used a knife and kind of cut it off. But there we go. Now you can see I'm trying to flex the board right now and it's pretty stiff. There's a little flex in there, which is okay. And then you can go like this. It really doesn't twist anymore either. So that is the ticket. Now all I got left is I'm going to lightly sand these lines a little bit on the board, and then use black magic marker and a Sharpie marker, permanent marker, and go over each little line. It's time consuming, but as a tournament director myself and as I know everybody else as far as tournament directors go, we need to see those lines on there. So just sit down and do it, and then you won't get deducted anything. Just spend an evening marking lines. That's everybody's got to do it. So I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down or something. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. As usual, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I haven't been gaining a lot of subscribers lately, so I'm going to be doing more of these type of videos. The next video that I do, we're probably going to talk a little strategy on like fishing points, and we'll revert back to some of my old footage, and I'll kind of show you how those points set up in the water, or how the weed line sets up in the water. We'll just break it down, and then I can show you guys a little more on how I strategize to fish certain lakes or new lakes. So, alright, thank you again. We'll check you guys later, and remember to always stay classy.